Welcome to First Things First with your co-hosts Matt Whalen and Tyler Baremore.
Good morning and welcome to the first episode of First Things First. I'm your co-host Matt Whalen.
And I'm your co-host Tyler Baremore.
We're going to kick off the show with a recap of week 1 of the NFL season that happened last week. So what was your biggest takeaway of last week, Tyler?
Personally, I think the biggest surprise, in my opinion, was the Chiefs-Patriots game. I really thought Patriots coming off of a Super Bowl win from last year, they were going to come back, start off the season 1-0, but the Chiefs actually overcame them and beat them.
Here's the thing about that game. I, like everybody else, had the Patriots winning. I don't know who would have thought the Chiefs would have won this game, but I will say this. Tom Brady, he is not the quarterback everybody says he is. He doesn't have it anymore.
But he has
first
5
of all.
Super Bowl wins.
He does have 5 Super Bowl
5
rings.
rings.
That doesn't matter, though. Here's the thing. His skill level is not up to par with the other quarterbacks in this league.
Still
you got
MVP.
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady,
Still top elite
Matt
quarterback,
Ryan.
though.
That's the thing, though. I projected Brady to have a bad game in a bad year, so this was not as big a surprise of me
It's
for
his
other
first
people.
game, though.
It's his first game, but who says he's going to bounce back necessarily? And my point is that this was not as big a surprise to me as it was to maybe you or a lot of other people who think Tom Brady is this great quarterback, because I never thought he was. I think he's in a great system with a great coach and a great offense, and then his defense also does great things for him, and it all works out to where, yes, he has 5 Super Bowl rings, but
I think he carried the team to all those Super Bowl victories, personally.
that is blasphemous. Let me tell you why. We have his first Super Bowl win, his first 3 Super Bowl wins. He threw for less than 2 touchdowns and less than 200 yards. His 4th Super Bowl win, we all know what happened there. Malcolm Butler makes the interception off of Russell Wilson at the goal line. We all know what happened in his 5th, 28-3. The Falcons lost that game. Brady did not win that game. He threw a pass through the hands of Robert Altford, and Julian Edelman somehow caught it on 4th down. There are so many things that Brady did wrong in that game. He threw a pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Regardless. Chiefs overcame it, beat the Patriots to start their season 1-0. Patriots are 0-1. Our next game is the Jets-Bills game.
Well, I mean,
I kind of saw the Bills winning personally.
Yeah,
the
I
Jets
mean, that's the thing.
They're not going to have a great year.
Jets are a mess right now. Coaching problems, quarterback problems.
Exactly. And then the Falcons-Bears game, that was actually way closer than I expected it to be.
I think it was way closer than anybody could have possibly expected it to be.
Especially because, whenever you think of the Bears, you think, bottom.
Bears are one of the worst teams in the league.
Exactly,
we can't get over that.
Falcons were coming
Rookie
off
quarterback,
of going to the Super Bowl. Yes, they lost to the
and
Patriots.
they were better than the Patriots to me.
I totally agree with that. So I thought they were going to come back strong too. And I'm not saying that they didn't, but they almost lost. And they just got a very, very lucky sack.
They got lucky,
on
yeah.
4th down.
It was first and goal.
Yeah, seconds left in the 4th quarter.
It was a one-possession game. The Bears score there, and the Falcons are 0-1. And
Yep.
you know how that snowball effect happens in the NFL, especially with the Falcons in the past, because they've had some great teams, but if they get off to a rough start, there was that 4-12 season like 3 years ago.
Exactly.
And then you had last year.
Last season they started 6-0 and ended up 8-8. Yeah, so you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then we got the Ravens-Bengals game.
Yeah, that's always it's a AFC North rivalry, but I personally didn't see the Bengals struggling that much. I think Andy Dalton is a average quarterback in the league. He's playing like a bottom half quarterback in the league.
I was expecting big things from Andy Dalton personally.
I was too.
And then we have the Steelers-Browns game.
Which was similar to that Falcons-Bears game. The Steelers are the huge favorites. The Browns won 1 game all last season, and then DeShone Kizer, that rookie out of Notre Dame, he actually did pretty well in that game.
For sure.
And he gave the Steelers a run for their money. Antonio Brown did good, but Le'Veon Bell, he wasn't, you saw the game. He wasn't all that.
No.
He didn't have a ton of yards, not very many yards per carry. My biggest thing was, DeShone Kizer and how he led that Cleveland Browns offense and how he showed
I was rooting for him, to be honest with you.
I was too.
Steelers. I don't like Ben Roethlisberger. I just don't like the team as a whole. The only person I like on the team is Antonio Brown,
and he's a beast.
He's a great player.
So the Browns, maybe does that possibly mean that this season's going to be different for him?
That's possible. Steelers are a definitely top tier team. So
that's true.
Fact that they played that good against them. Who knows what we could see from them this season.
Makes you think, yeah. And here's the other thing. They had 3 first-round draft picks last year. And if they choose those picks right, I mean, it depends on how Jabril Peppers and Myles Garrett and everybody does, but it looks like they're doing pretty well so far.
I totally agree. And then we got the Lions-Cardinals game.
Matt Stafford coming off one of the biggest contract extension in NFL history. I mean, $51 million guaranteed, I think it is.
And who do you think was going to win that game?
I personally saw the Lions winning just because, I mean,
Really?
everybody knows I'm a Packers fan, so I see those Lions a lot, and I see what they're capable of.
Sure, I saw the Cardinals winning with David Johnson. I mean, #1 overall pick in fantasy football. Everybody just saw him doing an amazing season. And then you know what happened to him?
We know
Got
what happened.
hurt.
Yeah. Hurt that wrist, and he could be out all season possibly.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe he'll come back because I'm not going to lie, I drafted him in my fantasy football team.
Everybody with the #1 overall pick.
Exactly.
If you were smart, you took David Johnson. I mean,
now everybody's getting screwed over because of it.
That's pretty true. I mean, he's a
I think
special player.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals would have won if they had him.
Here's my thing about the Cardinals. David Johnson is like the only guy on offense. Larry Fitzgerald in his day, he was great. He's getting older,
but
he's getting older.
I think he's still alright though.
I don't. I think he's getting older.
I think he can still make plays. He's definitely getting to that point, but I think he's still, his name is definitely still bigger.
That's not. I mean, but I feel like the reason it's still bigger is because of
His
what
past.
he did. Yeah.
Sure.
And then Carson Palmer, same story. Older guy. He was a great quarterback in his day, but he's out of his prime. So you got David Johnson running that offense. And then now with him out, I mean, what do you expect?
I'm expecting a Browns-looking season.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, like, how can you not? There's nothing else.
He was supposed to be the guy.
He was the guy. That's it.
I mean, their defense is all right, but
That's true.
that can't win them games.
That's
always.
Well, yeah. I mean, some defenses can win you games. Look at the 2016 Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning in that terrible offense.
That's true.
Also,
Cardinals defense is nothing like that Broncos defense.
I'll give you that one. No Spotty special. No Von Miller. No DeMarcus Ware. So
no big names. It's just the defense as a whole is what kind of gives it to them.
And that's not going to win you games.
No.
So next we have Eagles Redskins. I have both those quarterbacks on my fantasy team. I obviously started the wrong one. I started Kirk Cousins when Carson Wentz got me 43 on my bench.
What do you think about
won
Carson
this one.
Wentz?
I think Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz is good in flashes. He's not consistent yet. I mean, his coach last year said he has the mind of Peyton Manning and the ability of Aaron Rodgers. I think that's a stretch. We did see some Aaron Rodgers in him, however.
That's true. I did see that one pass, but other than that, I think he's garbage.
I think that's what I'm saying. There's flashes. I think he could be good in the future.
No, I don't see him going anywhere in the future. I think he's going to stay exactly where he's at. I think he's already hit his peak.
His peak in his sophomore season?
Yeah, no.
So it's a bust is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think he's a bust. I think he's not going to go anywhere else from here.
I got to say I disagree. I mean, Carson, he's got that big-time arm. He's got that field awareness. I mean, he could be big.
No, I don't see it.
Okay, so you're not seeing a good season for the Eagles then?
No.
They are I'll say third in their division for sure, maybe fourth. So I do agree with that part.
Probably fourth. I think
Washington.
I think he's going to flatline.
Yeah, you think Washington's going to get that third spot?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. We've got Jaguars, Texans next, and that one was a surprise for me personally.
With the Texans against the Jaguars, I saw J.J. Watt, Deshaun Watson, these one veteran player and the other a new player, great quarterback coming out of college. I saw them winning that game, and they actually lost.
I saw them winning that game too, but I'm not surprised that they lost because Leonard Fournette is big time. And I think he's going to be the next Ezekiel Elliott of this year.
Really?
I think he's going to break out as one of the great backs in this league.
I think he's still got a couple years before he gets up there.
I think he can pull a Zeke off, and I don't think J.J. Watt. I think J.J. Watt's overrated.
Really?
I do.
See, that's kind of where you're wrong, though. I believe J.J. Watt is the best defensive end in the league.
What? Over guys like Von Miller?
I think he's going downhill. I think J.J. Watt is definitely up there right now.
J.J. Watt can't stay healthy.
Number one. It doesn't matter.
He can't stay healthy. How can you be number one if you're not on the field?
He has a great mindset. He's a great player. Did you see what he did for Hurricane Harvey?
I did see what he did for Hurricane Harvey. $17 million was it,
That's
or 21
insane.
million?
I think it's $20 million now. Actually, I take that back. I'm pretty sure he hit $30 million before this game actually happened. I'm pretty sure he announced that.
That is crazy, but that does not make him a better player on the field. It makes him a great guy, though.
Of course, it makes him a great guy, but regardless, I think he's the number one defensive end of the league.
Okay. And then we had Packers Seahawks, which was America's Game of the Week. I mean, it was the highly
was
anticipated
prime
matchup
time,
of
yeah.
Week 1. But then you had like a very, very low scoring game. You didn't see.
There was a lot of back and forth.
It was a defensive game,
It
which
was.
surprised me.
Yeah,
and
especially with the Packers coming off of last year's defense. I definitely
I
did not
know
see this.
that's a big thing. And my thing is, I think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league, but he only had.
No. We already talked about this. Tom Brady. Best.
Tom Brady is better than Aaron Rodgers
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
That's insane. I
Just
can't
because
even
you
talk
saw
to
that
I'm
one-
about to
just
walk off
because
this
you-
set. I'm about to walk
Just because you
off
saw
this
that
set.
one game doesn't mean he is now garbage, okay? He is still an elite quarterback.
Okay, we'll see next week. But here's the thing: even if he's an elite quarterback,
Next week?
Rodgers is better.
Next week,
We'll see what Brady does next week, but Rodgers is still better. Rodgers
One
you saw
touchdown,
those
one
Hail Mary-
interception.
You saw those Hail Marys he threw last year.
Sure.
You see him get out of the pocket,
Sure.
throw it left, throw it right, off one foot, off balance. He
Yep.
can do it all. He's accurate.
how many rings?
One ring. That is different though. He's on a team without a defense, without a head coach like Brady's got. He is
And why
way
isn't
more
he
talent than
smarter
Brady.
and go to a better team?
What? That's
Why doesn't he talk to the GM, get more better players? Maybe he should step up.
That's not the job of the quarterback though.
So
His job
obviously
is to go out
he's
there and
like the
play
guy that
football.
leads the team apparently, so
He's-
he might as well step up and do their job.
He can't make the moves. You can't ask a quarterback to do that. He's gonna go out. He's
He
gonna
can threaten to
perform.
leave.
He's that would put some pressure on ownership, but I mean, here's the thing: Tom Brady never had to do that. He never had to even think about that because his team.
he's already good.
His team.
He's already too
His
good.
team was already good when he got there.
No.
He didn't make them
No,
good.
he made them better.
Okay.
He made them better.
Okay, let's just get back to this game and what we were talking about. How it was surprising to me that
Seahawks should have won. Period.
what?
Seahawks should have won.
Seahawks should have won. Rodgers did better than Wilson, and usually the better
Sure.
quarterback wins.
But Wilson has a better team.
Wilson does have a better team. Makes my point about earlier. Rodgers' team isn't all that, and I think the fact that they're playing in Green Bay made a big difference. They've got some great fans there,
That's very true.
and maybe if this game's on the
Lambeau
road,
is a awesome place.
yeah, it is.
Been there once, loved it.
It's great. I want to get up there myself one day. So, well, anyways,
You're a
we've
Packers
got.
fan, you haven't even been there?
I-
Shows how much of a fan you
I'm
are.
from Florida. You know that.
Alright.
I like
Yeah,
that warm
okay,
weather.
okay.
You're from Minnesota. It's not even
Alright.
far. We've got Panthers 49ers
And I
up
think
next.
we can both agree on that was guaranteed Panthers.
Oh, yeah. The 49ers,
49ers
I mean,
are going to have a bear season.
they are.
period.
They are. I mean, you got that guy Colin Kaepernick's gone, and I mean, all that off-field issues, he was a better quarterback than what they have.
Yep,
And
now they're screwed.
yeah, so think what you want about Colin Kaepernick. He can play football better than that quarterback over there. But I can't say I fault the Niners for wanting to get rid of him. I mean, they had him for a really, really long time.
Sure,
He
sure.
reached his peak. He got him to a Super Bowl.
He did.
And then maybe all that off-field drama, maybe they're just trying to rebuild. It's a new team. They don't want that spotlight. I mean,
No.
when you got new young guys and you're not good,
No.
you want to just like stay out of the media for a little bit and
Exactly, and
try
try
to
to
better.
rebuild your team.
Yeah.
Create a better spotlight for yourself. I
Bingo.
agree.
So we've got Giants Cowboys Sunday Night Football. No Odell Beckham. So
That's true.
I mean that was a big
hurt
factor.
them a lot.
And
Eli
Zeke
didn't play.
played.
Eli didn't. Yeah, Zeke isn't suspended. It's
Yeah.
being put off.
So I mean we've got a big switch because my initial thought of this game was Giants win because they have Odell Beckham, Eli Manning, Brandon Marshall, and all the Cowboys have is Dak because there's no Zeke.
exactly.
So then we have no OBJ. We
Well,
add
don't
Zeke.
forget about Dez though.
Dez, Dez isn't my guy. I mean, he can't catch the football well. I always see him drop.
What was that game
things.
against Green Bay? That catch.
My goodness.
Yes.
You don't think that was a catch, do you?
Oh, that was definitely a catch.
What? He didn't establish
Oh,
possession.
he can't catch the ball. Well, he definitely did in Green Bay.
You guys
now,
know
didn't
what
he?
you guys know what happened in Green Bay. I mean, Dez Bryant catches a ball. They rule it a catch on the field. They go back to the replay monitor. They look at it and they overturn the call. Very controversial because many people think the Cowboys would have won that game had they not went back and overturned it.
Sure.
And a rule of the NFL is you have to have
But you probably would have
overwhelming evidence.
Imagine it was Jordy Nelson who made that same catch. You would have been like, "Oh, it's a catch," just because you're a Packers fan.
I mean, you can't. Bias happens to everybody. It's not just.
Sure, so you could be
there is some
completely
bias in
biased
there,
right now.
and I am biased because I'm a Packers fan, but I will give everybody this: the fact that they shouldn't have overturned it because there was not enough evidence to overturn it. My thing is, I've never been so caught up on the catch as other people because it was a huge topic.
Are you a ref?
Let me finish.
Are you a ref?
It was a huge topic.
No.
I'm not a ref.
No, he's not a ref.
You know I'm not a ref because I'm right
ref.
here sitting across from you at this desk.
But yeah, he thinks he knows how to ref.
I don't care about the catch as much as I care about the fact that give him the catch. First of all, he didn't get in the end zone. Second of all, prime Aaron Rodgers.
He made the catch.
You know that guy. That prime Aaron Rodgers guy who won the MVP that year. You give him 2 minutes with the ball in the playoffs, what's going to happen?
Probably attempts a Hail Mary. Probably misses.
Probably makes that Hail Mary. Or gets into the end zone so quick he doesn't need to throw a Hail Mary. I don't know what your problem is with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why you don't like Aaron Rodgers. He's done nothing but be great. Maybe you're a Brady guy. Maybe that's it. I know you're a Brady guy. You told me you were a Brady guy, and you see Rodgers as a threat. Is that it?
Hold up. Are you talking about the number one quarterback?
You see him as a threat to Brady's legacy.
Tom Brady, number one quarterback.
You see him as a threat to being the GOAT. Because some people already say he's the GOAT.
Maybe
I say he's the GOAT.
Top 5?
I know. I get on Twitter a lot. I get on Twitter a lot. We
Derek
know.
Carr.
Where's Rodgers at? Come on.
He's number 5.
5?
I'm almost there. Hold on.
No.
Wait your turn.
2 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl MVP, 1 Super Bowl ring.
You're just talking. Oh my God.
You're underestimating that guy, Aaron Rodgers.
You're all about Rodgers, aren't you?
Rodgers is the best quarterback to ever step foot on an NFL field.
Okay.
Anyways, so that's all we got for the recapping of Week 1 games, and that's gonna do it for us today. You can catch us weekdays at 9 a.m. every day. We talked purely about the NFL today, and that's going to change. We just wanted to do that because, Week 1, and then we have Week 2 starting tomorrow.
NFL is
it's a thing. We usually will incorporate it into our podcast daily, but we're also going to throw some MLB, some NBA, some college basketball,
a little bit of everything.
Some boxing. We love it all. We're going to talk it down, and we're going to be your morning go-to every single morning. So have a great rest of your day, guys.
Welcome to First Things First with your co-hosts Matt Whalen and Tyler Baremore.